Hello everyone, I'm here at the track doing some walking and then about to go to the outdoor gym. It's a little windy out there, so my hair is going to look a little crazy. So I'm here to talk about soil. A lot of you know that I am the founder of Vegan Wines, and I'm very, very particular about the soil, not just the vegan label on the back of the label, because they do not begin at the soil. They begin from harvest, and that doesn't mean that they're vegan. You're overlooking that. So about in 2018, I went to France for my birthday, and we were in a wine tour, and someone said the word egg whites, and I'm like, why are they saying egg whites? Well, we're in wine, the winery. And then that's when I learned that not all wines are vegan. So my birthday trip turned into a research trip, and I went vineyard, winery after vineyard after winery, asking all these sorts of questions. And then I bumped into a vegan master that, he's not vegan, but I was asking him questions. And then he was like, well, and I was explaining to him that we're vegans and blah, 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 right? And he goes, well, just to get it correct, if you are searching for vegan wines, you have to begin at the source, which is the soil. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. Okay, tell me more. And he said that he purchased his vineyard, I don't know how many years ago, but the first 5 years, the soil was dead. So he said there was no insects on it, there was no worms, no bees, nothing. So he had to let it be for 5 years. Now that's a long time. You buy this vineyard and you're like, okay, I'm going to start planting, but you can't. So I was like, okay, when I go back to the States, I know I'll find vegan wines. And I went and I asked sommeliers and I asked restaurant directors, and a lot of them said all wines are vegan. And I was like, no. And this was back in 2018. So I probably sound a little crazy, which us vegans sometimes do anyway. But the thing is that I was like, okay, I'm going to create something. I'm going to go research. I'm going to make sure that the wines that I pick are that I can drink. And that's how I started my wine club. So just to cut long story short, the soil is so important. So I wanted also a way about food, because Eric, my partner, he doesn't drink wine, but he was going with me to these wineries. And he was like, Francis, well, if the vineyards are, they put all these things in the soil, imagine our food. And I was like, wow, yeah. So during COVID, we began our own farm. Nothing crazy, just something for him and I. And then, wow, did the food grow? I had so much food. He was like, oh, we got this and we got that. I'm like, I'm only one person trying to cook. So that's why we started the events, to share the food. And so my thing is, and I quote a vegan that said, we are not vegans because we still eat from the soil that has animal products. And this is true. But we can change this. That's why I believe so much in biocyclic Veganic Agriculture International. Now, I stumbled upon them accidentally, but when I wanted to get things certified, I was like, well, organic is not veganic, biodynamic. Farmers cannot get certified without the animal poop in the horn in the soil. Now, there's many people that do practice biodynamic without doing that, but then they cannot get officially certified. So what happened next is that when I bump into them, to biocyclic veganic farming, I asked a lot of questions, and I found out that we have the same beliefs, the same methods, and they have a nonprofit organization in Greece that is already certifying internationally. And they rank 1010, which is above organic. So it's like when you eat your food, you want all the nutrients in it. I know that many people, when they eat our food, they say, oh my gosh, it's so fresh. I eat from my farm. My meals they are adjusted by what's growing. I'm 54 years old. I'm very healthy. I don't take any medicine. So just my point is, we can change this. It might not be tomorrow, but we can make a step forward. We just have to do it. We have the tools. We have, we just don't have to add anything. Green manure, whatever comes out of the earth, put it back. That's it. And if you have insects, wasps are very good for the farm, as well as bees, we all know. So there's so many insects that, people don't think that they're good. Just like not daisies, dandelions, they're considered a weed. They are a weed, but they're good for us. And all these years, we were told to mow the lawn. The other thing is that we are in a time where our environment is in threat. And it is humans that are doing this. Humans are the ones that are making this threat, and humans are the ones that could correct it. Once again, it might not be tomorrow, it might take generations, but at least you know that you're doing your part to make this happen. And this is for health, animals, the environment. So even if you're vegan or non-vegan, this is the truth, or you have a certain hint that it's a truth. So let's start doing something about it today. Why don't you tour the farm, Little Logan's farm, come to one of our events. We definitely give tours. We want you to see the farm. We want you to taste what's there. We want you to see, we harvest at that moment. You go, you sit down, you eat it. Plain and simple. You get to know, you get to see. And yeah, that's about it. Now back to my exercise.